between WarblingWarbler and Swiftly. They already had. It's a best of three. They already had one game, which Swiftly snatched, I believe. So yeah, we're having the second game and hopefully the third game here. I don't remember who's going first. You remember who's going first? I just asked like 6 minutes ago.
He's going first.
Swiftly is going first. I'm here with the Terminator today. I think it's his first time speaking ever.
It is, as a commentator. Yes, looking forward to this game between these two experienced players. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, I'm hyped as well. Because it's a final, I feel like we had a lot of unimportant games, for lack of a better term. So yeah, finals between people we know. Good to see. And yeah, you guys can start, and I will mute and deafen you.
Thank you. Good luck, Swiftly.
Good luck, both.
Mute deafen. Mute deafen. There we go. We can start saying how badly they play now. My favorite part of.
Oh, you can, yeah. Yeah. Yes, of course, this is the final. We had a knockout stage in which both players had to win five games to get here. Obviously, before that, there was a group stage where they had to play 9 games, so played a few games and won a few games to get here. Swiftly won his group in the first round, quite comfortably actually, whereas WarblingWarbler actually only came 5th in her group, but her record was good enough to get a one of the wildcard slots. So,
Well, thanks for that. Thanks. You have more info on this than I do.
yeah.
Did you participate in the tournament?
Yes, I did. I had a ridiculous. I went out in the first of the knockouts, or possibly second game, but in the first in the group stage, I had incredible matchup with where I finished second in my group, but 3 of us were all separated by just 1 point. We all had the same record, separated by 1 point at the end, and which is incredible.
Yeah, that sounds pretty close. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Could have been you in here. No joke.
Well, no, it was just the knockouts that did me. Unfortunately, I can't remember who beat me, but it was a while ago now.
Oh, we have fans for Warbler in the chat. Oh, by the way, I guess I think I more or less know everyone watching. None of you are really new to the server, but yeah, if you want to talk, we do with the featured nest chat. If you want to talk to us about the game and shit, we are here. We are paying attention. And here we go. We're starting. We see a powerful bird in the tray already. Ooh, and powerful birds in hand. Yeah, starting hand looks pretty straightforward for me. I would probably keep the girl as well, and try and snatch the egg cannon from the grassland. What do you think?
Yeah, totally agree. I think, yeah, gull. You've got to take the gull because it's your only decent wetland bird. And yeah, obviously Benelli's, and yeah, as you say, grab the partridge and then do some digging. And WarblingWarbler's going to have to work around this gull, which is always an interesting prospect.
For sure, Bonelli's, yeah. Bonelli, it's gonna be awesome for the end game, and it's just a bird that allows you to dig a little more sometimes, you know. When you have situations when you think, I could take cards, but I'm sort of wasting time. No, you're getting points with Bonelli. Would you snatch the wet-legged partridge immediately, or would you play the girl before?
Yeah, I think you got to grab it immediately because it's such a powerful bird. I think the opponent will almost always take it. Always feel like they would take it straight away if I didn't. So yeah, I think you've got to take it here. Just too powerful.
Yeah. I think it's one of the birds that had the biggest glow up in Oceania. In Europe, it felt barely usable because it's too expensive and you get good eggs anyway. But now it's just such a powerful bird.
Now WarblingWarbler's hand, and you got very nice wetland birds, wetland options here, but nothing for forest. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, but can't complain. Black-footed diver, I think, is probably the best one here. And also the goldfinch is a bird we've seen played quite a lot in those streamed games. Yeah, the average weight of goldfinch play in streamed games versus general games is quite skewed right now. But they're not gonna keep it here.
No. What do you think about keeping the swallow here?
I suppose they want to keep 2 birds just because the diver only has 1 egg space. That's one possible explanation. I would probably.
It is good for the next 2 end of rounds as well. The swallow, if you can.
It's gonna make it a little bit tougher to play a forest bird, though. That's the only thing. But they can throw cards away. They're still in a great position. If you start with a good wetland bird, you have a good position. That's all you can ask for, to be honest.
Yeah, and there's a lot of nice forest birds that she could find for a cherry and a worm to play straight away. So,
I mean, even the junco as a forest bird, if they have a powerful wetland, could be pretty decent.
Yeah, but yes, unfortunately, he hasn't got the food for it. But yes, certainly it would be. I mean, maybe even for Swiftly, because it does get you grains for the partridge. I know his wetlands isn't quite strong in terms of card access, but it's something you could look at.
Mm-hmm. And we have all the makings for a high-scoring game here, because we have pretty decent starting hands, and we have no goal round 1, and also both the players have a pretty good bonus card.
Yeah,
right now everything is playing in their favor.
Yeah, I didn't even notice it was no ground one. Yeah, this is going to be a fun one then, definitely. Right, Warp's going straight for the Junko, yeah. Oh, wow.
Nice, very nice. I think they were thinking about the king whale here, but
goodness.
perfect draw, to be honest. They have the exact food, and it's one of the better forest birds.
But yeah, perfect. And a difficult choice here with the diver, because obviously the robin's great, but they also got the pink kingfisher there, which. But yeah, you got to go for robin, I think.
Yeah, you gotta go for robin. He is 1v1. Kingfisher is.
But of course, Tui. The copy, the robin. So.
And
it's Forester Bird.
Man, that's a smart play if that's what they're thinking.
Yeah.
They're paying attention for sure. Tui is one of those birds that I think is absurdly expensive for what it does. They have the black-headed gull. It doesn't have great card access. I mean, sorry, great food access. You only get 1 a turn. But I suppose if they're planning on drawing a lot, they can play the Tui in the forest, so they can continue cycling in the forest. And because they have the red-legged partridge, they won't have to lay eggs that many times. They can use it as sort of a way to minimize how often they have to take that action. So they're maximizing the cycling capabilities.
Agree. Yes. I was thinking Warbler might have put the red slot down first there, just so that she used all her food, so the gull couldn't steal anything. But it's worked out okay because Swiftly's not using the gull. They're really playing the kingfisher in the forest.
Yeah, sort of sabotaging the forest early game. But makes sense if you're planning on playing the red-legged partridge as soon as you can. You want to get that down before you take any eggs. Yeah, he's bouncing up the forest card.
Oh yeah, already we're in that, but maybe you can get 4 points.
I think that's usually what I aim for. 5 is pretty hard. Especially, it was easier in base game when there were so many double birds in the forest that qualified for Forester, but now they're a little bit faded in the deck.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Bushlark right now, but yeah, I guess Blue West Blackbird is better.
Yes, for sure. Yep, extra cards.
They're both building pretty similar boards here, to be honest, because they're both probably gonna focus on drawing a lot, and they maximize. I mean, not maximize, but they build up the grassland in a way that they don't have to take the grassland actions that often, so they can focus on drawing a lot, and then occasionally taking food to play the powerful birds they eventually get.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, I think is probably the best way to play in Oceania.
Disagreed. Interesting. Warbler grabbed the cowbird there. Obviously, if she plays it, she's not going to get that many activations from it. But maybe it's just insurance. Maybe she doesn't know. Maybe Swiftly has a raven or something. So, and also maybe denying it just in case she finds a raven. So I think the cowbird is a decent pickup just in case.
I mean, they do know that red-legged partridge is in play. But the thing with red-legged partridge is there's kinda two ways to play it. Because you can either play in a way where you try to maximize how often you activate it, or you can play in a way where you use it to minimize how often you have to take X. And I guess the cowbird is good. It's good prevention against the spam.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So going in straight away here, interesting. That's an absolutely beautiful tray of birds that we see there. No one's going to be.
I mean, the bushlark is usable, I would say.
Yeah, I understand it. Yeah, it is sort of, yes. But yeah, as you say, blackbird's better.
SKF all day, every day. I don't know what SKF means.
I'm not sure either.
The double girl setup. I feel like if they draw a chief Jaff or something, the buildings they have two incredibly powerful wetland birds right now, and two pretty unique wetland birds in terms of their power, to be honest. Because I think black-headed girl is probably, correct me if I'm wrong, the only wetland bird where you get a food from the wetland without sharing anything.
Yeah,
Antoine...
or using an egg, yeah, or using a it gets food, without using a resource or giving anything away. Yes, as long as the opponent has food, of course.
Yeah, and the Antoine's girl is fairly unique in the game by being the only bird in the game that's like has a net 2 power. So you get 1 card and 1 point, which I would count as 2 total like resources or points. And almost every other bird in the game is net 1.
Yeah, it's interesting. Hey, more pink powers. Oh yeah, you got to take the cuckoo, I think. Not a Moorhen game. No food not enough food access for Moorhen.
Yeah, you don't want to play it once you already have a bird down. I mean, you could. But I think you have to take the cuckoo to at least deny it, because I hate being in situations where we both have an egg-laying pink power, and we sort of both trying to delay taking eggs.
Yeah,
it's like
playing
a
chicken,
standoff of playing chicken, yeah. Egg-laying standoff. Hesitating, taking nectar help to play the.
Okay, yeah. Is Swiftly gonna lay eggs? Yes, I think. Surely he is, but
they don't have to.
Yeah, they don't have to. They could. He could just draw again.
Definitely opt for taking non-nectar food here. Because if you take two nectar, you don't lay eggs. You so far behind in tempo. But they did take 1 nectar.
Yes.
Not the food for the American Wedstart though. Junko food. And Wedstart is gone.
So hyped for that bird when it appeared, but it's gone away. Yeah, busted. Yeah. Busted a good pick.
Busted is an egg, to be fair. And when you're playing because I played the cowbird, I assume they don't want to lay eggs a lot, and busted is a little bit of tempo, getting the egg back.
Yeah, it's very good for tempo, yes. In Oceania.
It's incredible if you play duet mode, because you actually egg positive from it, because you can get the bonus space.
That's right, yeah.
And they are gonna get an egg.
Yeah. And presumably is the blackbird going to go down here? Yeah. Or... Oh no, she goes for the coot first, okay. Yeah.
I would probably go for the Junko, but I think they're not yet entirely sold on whether they're gonna play or not, the Junko. Which is why they're not playing it. I mean Forest Junko, not
Grassland
Junko.
Yeah, because obviously Swiftly's not going to lay eggs for a while now, so I thought maybe like the blackbird would have been a more ideal play there, because then you could lay eggs for and get loads of eggs. But because Swiftly's not going to give you another egg for a while.
For sure. Does feel like the blackbird would have maximized the tempo a little more. I'm looking at this mockingbird. I'm looking at what Swiftly has in their hand, and I can't help but think they're building up a perfect full tuck engine. Ooh, you have to take mockingbird now.
It's one mockingbird, yes, and the coot. Now the coot looks really.
The coot, and they have the swift as well.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be able to build an 8-point engine? Yeah, 8-point engine if they can play all of those birds before the end of round 2, which is sort of the goalpost if you're wanting a mono habitat engine. It's sort of the goalpost of when you want to have your birds down. Yeah, it's gonna be really good for them.
Yeah. Warbling, no, not some grand nest in hand, but none on. Only one on the board. Yeah.
It's a little annoying. Food cost wise, they have 2 birds that cost 2, 1 bird that costs 3.
Yeah.
So that's just an extra forest action if they want to play all of them. This one does omnivore as well. I would for sure go full tuck. Forget about any prior plan I had.
For sure.
You have birds with tucked cards, birds in 1 row. You know you're gonna win those 2 end of rounds if you go full tuck. It's very rare to go full. Very rare to go full tuck and win end of rounds. So it's almost a perfect position.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I don't know, they seem unconvinced right now.
Yeah, the food is the main issue, isn't it? She only gets 2 food at a time, and let's see, the mutes wants 3, and then the mockingbird 2. So yeah, it'll be a bit slow, and she gets to get eggs as well. So it will be a bit of a slow build up, but I think she's got to go for it. I think
It's not gonna be. Well, they're not gonna have 5 birds down before round 2. But I wonder if they can go for a 4-bird engine, if that would be worth it. Because with Diver, they make enough cards to tuck 6 with the Swan Mockingbird. So it would be a 7-point engine, but you save on 2 actions to get it down.
Meanwhile, Swiftly, you're going to go for the 2 now. Looks like it, yes. Here we go.
I don't know if they're looking to playing that quail. I would probably not play it.
No, I think that's I think that's the cycle, isn't it? That's the cycle bird for the it's copying Robin here.
Yeah, it could be decent. It's just not worth the sacrifice of not tucking a bird.
True. Yeah.
Put tuck, play Unwin Skull, draw a bunch. I like their position here. They're in a pretty decent position.
Yeah.
Also, for what it's worth, if you play full tuck, you're totally fine having 0 food in your hand, and then Unwin Skull can't really get anything.
Yeah, the black-headed gull's useless. Yeah, that's right. That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, it's just repeatable. Yeah, the swan wetland just keep going at it and get loads of points. Don't need to play any other birds necessarily.
Well, you would probably be looking still for the Eastern Imperial Eagle. Obviously, I don't know the Bonelli's Eagle is not in the deck.
Yep.
But yeah, if that's what they're looking at right now, then the game is pretty much on whales. Like, you just have to.
Yeah.
I feel like I would probably go for a 4-bird full tuck. I'd have to count if it's worth playing a 5th bird, because if they get 1 egg from the cowbird, they only have to lay eggs once.
Yeah, I was just trying to think like when Swifty's likely to lay eggs again, and it might not be. I mean, certainly the current situation, he's going to win this end of round because Warbler's got nothing for it at the moment. So he won't need to lay eggs for that. So when is he going to lay eggs? It may be a while still until Warbler can get that cowbird egg to get that.
Yeah.
A 4th wetland bird. So it's still awkward, but for sure.
I mean, I would just be drawing until I have something I want to play, to be honest. Maybe until the end of the round. I'd love to see a player who has trivia on for every bird.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice, yes.
It's the correct choice.
The correct choice. Okay. Yeah, I saw you in the server talking about that the other day. Yeah, you have strong feelings about that.
We do see Mute Swan. Man, they would really love like any sharing power here, because it feels like there's so few resources off gaining like 1 turn.
Yeah.
Killy's favorite bird on the tray? What's Killy's favorite bird? Is it the whip bird?
Swift, Chimney Swift. She loves the Chimney Swift. She's used it very well in tournament games, and yeah.
I like the whip bird entirely because of the noise it makes.
Yeah.
I feel like there's an argument to be made for fish crow with the partridge engine, but I would probably stick to my guns and run forest wetland and sparsely lay eggs, especially with a cowbird in play.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
The double gull setup is pretty funny.
Skipping the gull, interesting. Skipping the gull to avoid giving Warbler nectar. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Swiftly's got a strong forest, so the food is not like really necessary. But even so, it's an interesting choice.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't like it. It's not like it's not like it's a net zero where you both get something. You still come out on top, and if you have a strong forest, you won't really be worried about them getting more nectar, because you know that you are gonna win the nectar race anyway. Come on, take food, play Mockingbird.
What? Well, on Swiftly's turn at the moment, I don't know what his next bird will be. I'm not sure if any of that stuff in his hand he's going to want to play it next. He probably
Does Worms have
gonna
more
say-
engine cards in hand? Yeah, they do
yeah.
have the Mockingbird.
Yeah.
They also have another token duo, but it's a little expensive.
Yeah.
Sorry I cut you off a little bit here.
That's right, no worries.
I feel like they're gonna take food. They're gonna have free food for 2 food, but they can keep Worm and wait. Worm, you can hope to do a bounce swallow or something. If you have 1 seed, you can hope to do a blackbird. I don't know if there's anything else you can really play with when you want food.
No, yeah, that is awkward. So yes, she is going to have that food for the girl to steal if Swiftly wants to use it, but maybe only when he's thinking only when there's no nectar available, perhaps in the feeder. I don't know. But yeah, if Warbler's going to go for this risk wetland engine, just spaff that all game, then giving her nectar necessarily can help. But that's good. Oh, nice.
That's pretty decent. That's a 6-point bird as well with Omnivore. Yeah, go for Mockingbird, and once you get the cowbird eggs, you can probably play the hummingbird and try and play something else.
Oh, yeah.
That will give you 6 birds with tucked cards. I feel like you're pretty guaranteed to. Well, yeah, you're pretty guaranteed to win bird with tucked cards. And to be fair, 4 birds in 1 row is something everyone wins all the time.
Yeah, in theory, yeah, in round 4, everyone should have 5 birds in at least 1 row.
Especially like in Oceania with no goal round 1.
Yes, the no goal round 1. I keep forgetting about that. This is extra turns available here for them.
And we do see the full tuck engine set up before the end of round 2. So they have 5 tucks here. If they just won that, they're gonna reach like 90, 96 tucks, something like that. I don't know how many points they have, but with end of rounds and stuff, it could be enough to win. But to be fair, they are they card positive or not? 3, no, they're not card positive.
No.
Because there is a flycatcher in play. If they get 2 food, they can still play something like, a main duck or something if they draw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, or hummingbird.
Yeah, so... Oh, yes, egg laying this time, okay. It's a defensive plays from Swiftly here. Understandable in the final. Not
For
giving
sure,
I
would skip it as well.
Yeah, such poor food access on the other side.
So they can play hummingbird.
Yeah.
The question is it worth it?
Yeah. Are they going to get any more cowbird eggs? They probably will at some point, but when? It could be one is there going to be something worth playing?
Probably not a lot, right? The main difference is if they play hummingbird right now, they do see an extra card every time.
Yeah, they're going to see a lot of cards. Yes, good chance that she'll find them in Imperial Eagle.
No hummingbird. I probably would do the same, to be honest. WarblingWarbler is pretty decent. They can if they ever get a free food, they can play with the hummingbird in the forest.
Yeah, I think it's worth just. Oh, hello, Loggy. It's worth just. Hi, Loggy. It's worth just drawing just now, just as in case that you get something really good for that 5th spot before committing to maybe Hummingbird, but
Well, I mean, you know that you're not losing cards, so I agree. You don't really have to commit to playing anything right now.
no. I
He
agree with
says
you,
Phoebe
absolutely.
good. Says Phoebe is 8 points, so not that good.
No.
I feel like Swiftly might go for that deeper as well. We'll have to see.
Oh, wow. That'll be mega card access.
This board is this board is shaping out really good for Swiftly, because not only are they getting good engine birds, those engine birds are actually worth quite a few points as well, which always makes a difference in the end score. Like the difference between having a board with a bunch of chickadees.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've experienced that enough times. Even something like a chickadee played early, and sometimes it's just doesn't get used enough, whatever, and it's just not. You feel like at the end of that, it probably wasn't worth it. But these big point birds, are going to be worth it.
Food,
even if you don't
swallow,
use them
and
that
tuck
much.
to the end. So you lose 2 turns, then you make 1 more point every turn. Which is
Well, the tree
fewer
swap,
tucks.
If
you spend 13 turns tucking 7 cards, you get 90 tucks. 91. If you spend 11 turns taking 8 cards, you tuck 88 cards. So you kind of swallow is what, 3 point, 1 point bird. Yeah, you're losing point from that. It's not always worth having 5 birds down.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's
Oh, it's a omnivore bird. Could have been decent, to be honest, but unlikely to get down.
No. Yeah, that's right. Hooded Crow by Hooded Crow.
Don't we get 2 more points every turn playing the swallow? The swallow? No, I don't think so. The swallow is only 1 point, and you already get enough cards to tuck all your cards with Swan Mockingbird, so... It works that way with Chief Chaff, yeah, but Swan doesn't care that much. I do that mistake with Chief Chaff too as well sometimes. I wait a bit before playing the 5th Wetland Bird, hoping I will get something better, and then I will remember that because I don't have a 5th bird down, I'm only tucking 4, so I'm losing a point every time.
Yeah, you really have to get the calculator out with these wetland engines and work out what's worth it and not. Yeah. So Swiftly's 1 from Forrester. Is he going to think about that titmouse in the tray or not? Yeah. Or something better than that, maybe. He needs something to play. Always got the Benellis, obviously, but other than that, nothing to play into.
I feel like Titmouse into Bonelli does Forester, does the first stage of Forester. They did tuck the...
Oh, flycatcher.
They did tuck the Deeper, which they could have played right now. So I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I feel like their card access is good enough. I mean, especially for a 3-point bird at this stage, I think I'm okay with that. Going and just sticking with this. And with the cycle with the 2, you just need to draw cards occasionally, and then just cycle bad ones out.
Flycatcher would be 1, 2, 3 eggs. Not really worth it compared to just laying eggs. I quite like just drawing and then Titmouse into Bonelli. In Oceania, I like whenever you can skip the sort of middle of the board. That's a little bit awkward. You know, the 3 slots that give you the same amount of resources.
Yeah, that's so awkward. Potential for giving clear off the Kingfisher, maybe potential for that hobby on top of the Kingfisher at some point. I don't think he's going to challenge for the tuck cards, but at least it's 5 points and not 0, which we know that now that Kingfisher's not going to get used again, or unlikely to be.
Yeah, for sure. It's unfortunate because this board specifically would really call for a yellow hammer, a white wagtail, or something like this.
Yeah. 3 strong habitats, yeah.
It's sort of a waste against time for Swiftly because the WarblingWarbler score. Oh yeah, sorry, I missed the end of round difference when talking about playing the tree swallow versus not playing it. 3 point difference, so you make 1 point for swallow, 3 point difference for the end of round, and you lose 3 tucks.
Oh yeah, of course.
Net
yeah.
+2.
Yeah.
Well, it was a net +2 if they had done it immediately. I think they drew twice before playing the swallow, so I think it's even. They do get 1 extra nectar in the wetland.
Yeah, that could be crucial. Sure.
I mean, looking at Swiftly's hand, they unfortunately don't really have that many birds to play.
No, yeah, he's got lots of things he doesn't want to play, so yes, he's going to hope this too he finds something good for him. But yeah, other than Benelli's, that he's NSA, maybe hobby. That's it, really. We don't want to play any of those other birds.
That could have been a good pickup for them, the magpie lark.
Yeah, I was looking at the flycatcher for him. He's only got 1 now, and he's got the titmouse to come. But I guess that was possibly maybe a bit of a denial. But WarblingWarbler's only got 1 cavity nest, so. But yeah, maybe the flycatcher, if he doesn't find anything better, is a perfectly good play. Not amazing, but it's something. Once the titmouse is down.
I mean, Warbler is getting some pretty decent birds. We're just not gonna see them played at all, so.
Yeah. The other thing is with the flycatcher, of course, if Swiftly does need eggs for any plays, then the flycatcher just avoids having to give a cowbird egg away. Although with the partridge, it's such a strong action anyway that it probably doesn't matter that much.
But... yeah. I mean, white stork, omnivore bird. Well, Swiftly is gonna snatch that. It's a wetland bird that's worth points, and that's kind of what they need.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see any more birds down from WarblingWarbler.
No.
A hummingbird using nectar would not make a difference. A hummingbird would be 5 points, which is not worth playing.
No.
When you have such a locked-in engine, it's difficult to find a play that's worth more than winning the engine.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 8 points a turn. She's got some spare cards, so yeah, it's gonna be difficult to find anything that's better than that. Even the eagle is, I suppose 9 points. So, but then you have to skip the tuck. So potentially, if right at the end, if she's low on cards, but I don't know, she might be alright actually because she's got quite a lot of spare cards.
She's card positive right now. She makes 1 card every time. She loses 4 cards and draws 5.
True. Yeah.
Why titmouse now?
Yeah, into nuthatch, interesting. Maybe thinking about the flycatcher, trying to make the flycatcher better. He's going to play that, but yeah, interesting.
I mean, you don't even have to deny the stalk. The diver does that for you. But yeah, they they missed a valuable bird here not drawing the white stalk swiftly. And it's not like they have a ton of bird to play, so that could be pretty bad for them.
Yeah.
Especially because they were they were in no rush to play birds as well, and I don't even like playing the nuthatch. I feel like
it's very late.
They're not gonna get that many activations from it, and I would have preferred playing Bonoli directly. They could take the Crested Pigeon as well.
Yeah, the other thing about you couldn't really play Benelli's now because unless you skip a tuck, because he has the exact right cards he needs to play Benelli's, but he doesn't want to draw again, but he still needs to cast a cycle with the Tui, so he doesn't want to draw again here.
Well, I mean, they can just draw before taking food again, so...
They could, but it's only 1 point.
Skipping blue forward Crested Pigeon. I feel like there's a lot of potentially playable birds that they could have taken that they didn't. And well, we'll see what's in the tray in round 4. But right now, besides Bonelli, they have nothing to play.
Yeah. Other than maybe this hobby, as I say, but still got to clear off the Kingfisher, and that may still not necessarily be worth it unless he literally seriously can't find anything else.
I don't know, I think, let's do a poll. I think it's probably slightly in WarblingWarbler's favor right now, especially since from what I can see, Swiftly doesn't even really have a way to beat them on Nectar in the wetland.
Yeah, that could be important. Even just a suboptimal bird that's like free food costs would be, definitely worth it if he can get free nectar down there and draw that nectar.
American Oyster Catcher might be worth something. Well, in 1v1 you only see 3 cards, it's not that good.
No, and it wouldn't draw the nectar either by itself, so...
Oh yeah, the 2 deny. That's really cool, eh?
Oh, that's nice, I like that. Red kite.
So, Wet Cat is omnivore as well.
Of course.
6-point play, and you know, more because of the 2 deny. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We almost never see those birds played. Oh man.
Yeah, very nice play. That was unfortunate, yeah.
Swiftly's just not really getting what they need. I mean, to be fair, they're not getting what they need, but they also didn't take what they could. But yeah, they don't really have any good way to catch up right now. Obviously, their Fukuasan action is still powerful.
Yeah.
Looking at the other board in disbelief when you tweet there's nothing. Ah, here are all the good birds. I was wondering where they were.
Yeah. Here they all are, and they're gonna get tucked. Lovely.
Do you try to have an equal amount of tucks between all of your birds normally when you do that?
I don't, but I understand why people do it.
So much
Sometimes I think
disorder
about
right
it,
now.
but most of the times I don't. So, yeah.
Ooh, he's turning people
Oh, there
ego.
we go. There he is. They're probably not going to get Egg to play it though.
I think they will. Well, yes, but they're going second. Swiftly just doesn't have that much stuff to do.
That's true. Laying eggs is a strong action for him. So he could even, well, I don't know. He hasn't got the egg space to just play bananas and lay eggs. but he's got Nectar as well, so he's eat that for something. But Bukeko even no, you can't even pick it up anymore because the 2. Wow, unless you draw discards.
I mean, you can afford a draw action. You're gonna take 3 cards underneath Bonelli anyway, so if you want to play Bonelli and another bird, you could play a Bonelli in the wetland using Nectar.
That isn't. Yeah, that's another option. Yeah, I mean,
I think if anything,
play Beneni in wetland with Nectar and then Grackle in grassland and then legs twice. I mean, it's a bit. Yes, you'd have to use cash as well to play the Grackle, so that's probably not any good.
No, but you could play Bonelli, tuck all 3 of your cards, and then at least you access the reset the 2 space of the wetland. Play Bonelli, draw once with a reset, hopefully get something good. Play something good, lay eggs. Throwing away cards.
Oh, sort it out.
I definitely wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't blind draw like that. Nothing.
Yeah.
That was probably unhelpful turn. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't blind draw like that when you have the option to potentially reset the tray. Good draws again for WarblingWarbler.
Yeah, she's finding all the birds, but yeah, absolutely. Another one.
I don't know. I think for Swiftly the biggest mistake was just not taking the playable birds they had in the tray in round 3. If they had like White Soap, Crested Pigeon, and whatever the 4th one was, the Blue Throat as well.
Yeah.
They could have had a pretty powerful round 4, but now they kind of just have nothing to do. Lay eggs, play Bonelli, and then lay eggs again because you cleared a few egg spaces.
Yeah. That sounds like it, and you can use the Nectar to get extra egg. Yeah.
You don't need to play Bonelli in the grasslands. You have enough birds to throw away. I think it's still worth playing. 5. What's the Nectar swing? 3 points?
3 points, yeah.
So if you play Bonelli with Nectar instead of tucking cards, it's technically the same amount of points. Fish Crow in the wetland win Nectar for them. They don't even have a bird that costs 3.
I know, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
Even just like a grey leg or even, I don't know, 5-point bird would have been worth it.
I would have gone eggs, Bonelli eggs for this end game here. You have enough cards to throw away. You know no difference is gonna be made in the Nectar on the other habitats. And yeah, that is the neck for WarblingWarbler, so they do get the Eastern Imperial Eagle down.
Of course, yeah. It's only 1 point more, I think, than drawing, but obviously it's still the better play.
Yeah, it's cooler though. It's a cooler play.
For sure.
Do you even reset the tray? I know it's probably not gonna matter, but at this point I don't think you need to reset the tray because there's realistically nothing you can get that's gonna make a difference to your game.
That's true, yeah. And you don't know if your opponent has like something that could pick up a card like Snowy Owl or something. Even
I mean,
if you don't
I
think they're
guess.
wetlands.
Yeah, sorry, I guess I don't know Bonelli is not in the deck anymore. They could still be drawing Bonelli.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Oh no, wait, Nectar, if you go for losing to winning, it's a 6-point swing.
It's a 6-point, yeah, that's right. Only 3 for drawing, but
So Fish Crow technically a 8-point bet.
yeah, not bad.
And we're gonna see Bonelli and eggs. Probably
Yeah,
eggs
sure.
last, right? Why it doesn't make a difference when you lay eggs since you're playing first and Warbler's playing second?
Yeah.
Ooh, skipping the diver.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they saw that fish crow in the wetland could potentially mean if there's good birds in the tray, they can draw and get the fish for it. And then play immediately. Which would make a difference if you get like a great egret or something. Great egret into Bonelli's ego.
Yeah, that's true. Not many birds that you could play with. Obviously, Black-headed Gull could get food as well, but not that much food he would have at that point. But true.
So it was a little bit of a race against the Tucks for Swiftly. And the question is, did they do enough? And I'm not entirely sure. They did.
Yeah, everyone has voted for Warbler in the poll. I suppose there was everyone, but yeah, everyone agrees. But this is looking good for a game 3.
Yeah, exciting.
Which is what we want.
Extra egg here. They both win 136 for Warbler. It's pretty cool that before even committing to the wetland, they already had one nectar, like just one nectar in the forest and grassland.
Yeah, that was very well planned, yes. Something that catches me out sometimes near the end of a game.
It's like they were almost in the perfect position for this to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Very well managed. And, 80 tucks, wow. Very nice.
136 to 110, pretty
GG.
Pretty imposing win here. The old full tuck showing its strength basically. Yeah, we haven't seen a full tuck in the wild in a tournament game, and arguably people always say it's less powerful in Oceania because of nectar, because of just other boats going higher. But yeah, very good. Well, very good game from Warbler.
Right. Yeah.
And we are on to a game 3, and we will depart and be replaced by, you know,
Alex and Lana are... no, Kitty rather. Kitty.
Equally as
Alex
likable commentators. Oh, Alex and Kitty, sorry. I have to correct. More likable commentators.
I'll go with that. Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for joining me, and yeah, leave the floor to Alex and Kitty. I don't know if they're here.
Yeah.
Are they here? I can see Alex's hair.
Yeah, I'll say goodbye as well. Thank you very much, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, motherlove and the Terminator, for hosting this exciting game for us, Game 2 of the finals of Zigzag, Heron, and yeah, what a performance by Warps, and Swiftly, he obviously fought with all the force, but it wasn't enough. Full tag for the win. And yeah, exciting to introduce a new member of commentary team here, kittybooswagg. Should I call you that, or Kitty is enough?
Hey, Kitty's good. Hey guys, yeah, very nice game there.
Yeah, and we will wait for the players to prepare for game 3. I believe a little break is needed after such an exciting game. Yeah, but we'll keep you in check, and we'll let you know once the game is gonna go, the decider. So yeah, stay tuned. It's not gonna take long. And I'm already seeing that players are almost ready. Yeah, so Kitty, how did you find the second game? Did you follow it?
Yeah, I loved seeing that tuck engine. That was really nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, like as a member of full tag team, I mean, it's always exciting to see it in the finals and performing especially well like that. There's no round goal and all the birds played, so it was really, really great to see.
A third game is always exciting, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I believe players played the first game off stream, so I'm not sure how that went, but the scores are there in the submissions if you want to check it out, if you haven't already. And it was also a really great scoring game. I believe it's like high 120s and 130 for the winner or something like that. So definitely a fight was the finals. Yeah, but let's see.
Alex, who's gonna be going first on this? Oh, they have to check the points difference?
Let me check. No, for the finals, it's the flip that decides the first player in game 3. Yeah, and
nice,
I believe
okay.
Swiftly won the flip, so player's gonna send soon. And we'll look at the decider of this series, and we're gonna know the champion of Zigzag Heron Dash really soon. Yeah, Swiftly is setting up. Best of luck to players, and thanks again for joining us for this exciting final. Hype in the chat. Yeah, I see some hypes for players. Okay. Starting hand for Swiftly. Okay, that's interesting one. What are your thoughts about that starting hand, Kitty?
Let's see. Well, it certainly wouldn't be my favorite starting hand to see here, but at least they do have a water bird to use. Silver Eye is always a little interesting because I don't know if necessarily do you want to give out the nectars to the other opponent. Cuckoo would be nice to keep, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for Silver Eye, I think some players tend to go more conservative, and especially in the finals, they don't want to share resources at all, which in some cases might hurt the player as well. But I don't mind Silver Eye that much. I also think that it's worth looking at the tray because there are some great options there as well. So that black-red start and white-face Heron, they're looking like the strong options for the first player to pick up. And I wonder how Swiftly is looking at it, like from the same perspective, saying like, okay, I don't want to share nectar with Warps, and that's totally fine. I think the good line of thought here is you want to perform great and possibly deny your opponent just freebies.
Yeah, for me, I think the red star is a definite grab. It's just such a good bird to help with the eggs.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wonder, like, if the plan is to grab the red star, do we keep the cook? And I think that's an easy no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, maybe even that Heron is looking kind of good. It works for some end of rounds, but I like the ability of Whiteface Heron, so it can generate a lot of points out of nowhere, and by itself, it's a big point bird. You also have the flexibility of keeping some fish rather than cashing it all for points. So I think it's pretty nice as well to have it.
Swiftly looks like definitely taking a think about what they're going to keep here.
Yeah. So the start, I don't think it's the strongest of starts. The plan is to play your cheap birds, I think. Before that, obviously, you pick up the red start for some tempo saver later in the game. But then you have to dig for some more birds and decide on the fly whether you want to build an engine or do you want to play a classic Oceania game and play a lot of birds on the board.
I quite like keeping Cuckoo in case Warps gets, maybe they get a really strong Grasslands engine. End of round 1 and 2 are egg heavy, so I think Cuckoo would be a good keep.
Yeah, and Swiftly agrees, so he kept the Cuckoo. Okay.
Okay. Oh no.
Interesting one here.
Yeah, no strong water bird here either. White throat is nice though.
Yeah. I'd say it's kind of like the eagle level situation, right? So if you have Bonelli and your opponent has Eastern Imperial, that's fine, right? And now it's like the teal Laex level situation. You keep the white throats, you assume that your opponent is gonna take the red start, most likely, and go from there. I think it's nice to have that level situation, especially in finals, because that will show like who's the boss of situations where the odds are pretty equal.
What do you think about keeping the bustard and possibly doing a draw on grabbing that heron?
Yeah, I think that's also a really nice option. Particularly nice because, again, no great wetland options and also a flexibility on bustard to just maybe lay egg if you so wish. But here, I think like the action of taking cards is more rare compared to laying egg with the bastard. I assume. At least myself, I did that way more with the eggs to save some tempo. But yeah, I think that's pretty nice plan. I'm not sure if Warp's looking at it necessarily. She is opting to go for white throat and for food for now.
Okay.
Yep. Maybe just a draw from the deck if the Heron is not there, or maybe she's pushing like the decision just a little bit later. You can play white throat first, and depending on the trade situation, decide later. But let's see. Okay, that one we expected. The reveal is not that exciting. Canada Goose, a good engine bird, but for now it seems like in the early game, I don't think players will commit to that.
I wonder if Warbler will. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tempting to just take Heron and
I was wondering
from
if
there.
Warbler was gonna get that Heron. Yeah. Okay, well, at least now there's a water bird for Warbler.
Yes, and the plan here, I think, is pretty straightforward. You play your Bardal, maybe Foster's turn later, and start digging, maybe. Again, based on the place of Warps, Swiftly can opt to play Cuckoo earlier, but I don't think that's gonna happen because we know that Warps herself, she has white throat in the hand, so yeah, keeping the food for white throat to be played as is.
Okay.
No nectar spent in the
Nice.
wetlands. Yeah.
Now, hopefully, the digging. Here we go. The digging begins.
Yeah. I mean, that decision to just pick up the nectar while it's there in the feeder, it's also expected. So you want to play that black rat start, you will need a lot of food for that. Just take it while it's there. Yeah, that's the bird I mentioned earlier today, actually, because I believe Motherlove mentioned, like, what are the birds that can give you food in wetlands? And somehow he forgot red-necked avocet, which can give you food in wetlands.
Oh, yeah. Kakapo pickup was nice.
Yeah, Kakapo, obviously, also a really great option for play. Will help later in the late game with the power.
Let's see. So I was looking at the bonuses. They both have some good bonuses here.
Yep. Yeah, so it's viticulturist versus mechanical engineer. And for viticulturist now, great pickup. But I was looking at Bird of Paradise as a big point option to maybe even. So with viticulturists, so with VT, and we assume that we're gonna that the Swiftly is gonna play the black red start. I think it's worth picking up and play it, and maybe even activate the power, the ability to gain extra food. Though again, like going back to the previous, like, we don't want to share, but sometimes again resources are critical. I think here maybe after seeing the first bird, so like the lapwing obviously pretty insane tempo saver. You just play the bird, you actually played the bird, and then the activation of the power is just like you also take a really, really good forest action. So it's like two at one.
What would you discard here? Would you discard the forest bird? Is it the nutcracker?
Yeah. Or it's a Stellar J, which is like.
Oh, the Stellar J, okay.
Yeah, judging by the nest type. Discarding the lapwing is insane. Okay. hands up. I'm not sure what happened.
I probably
Okay,
would have held on
players.
to the lapwing too.
Yeah, players never cease to amaze me. Like when I follow the finals games, and sometimes they do things I never I never imagined. So like my imagination is broad but not that broad, so I never discard lapwing in round 1. Yeah, so it's really interesting, and I wonder why. So what's the thinking there? What are your thoughts? Why would we discard the lapwing? Maybe like the only option I see for me, it's like maybe it was a misclick. What do you think here?
Maybe Swiftly was thinking, low point bird, but I was seeing it as play the lapwing, lay 2 eggs in the Forster's turn, and then get down the red star to already start getting 2 eggs this round. But that's the nice thing about Wingspan is everybody has their own style of playing.
Yeah, for sure. And also players now also I should say like the viewers were discarding the hooded merganser, which I think would be an interesting option in the wetlands for Swiftly, because you can repeat the Heron and gain infinite fish. But I don't hate discarding it. I think it's like it's a stretch if you want to go for that strategy in the decider in the finals.
Okay, so Warps got the Goshak down. And it looks like Swiftly will win this end of round.
Yeah, I think it's easy to win the end of round for Swiftly, right? Yeah, Avaset can go, and we lay an eggs, and we play in the white throat in the forest. I think
Nice.
most likely.
Yeah, I think so too.
We qualify for end of rounds, though we are not winning it. It's fine. But I wonder what's gonna go next. So I think the obvious thing for Warps is maybe play Kakapo sooner rather than later. Play maybe some other birds to make the eggs work from white throat. Maybe play more birds in the forests to make it even bigger. But the forest actually looking like no brown powers right now, so I think it's just 50-50, right? You can play the birds there, but when you take food, you basically just take in food. That's it, which is fine still. But
I think Swiftly's draws were pretty nice here. The magpie might be good since Warbler has the Heron down there. Bobolink, Swiftly already has 2 star nests for those eggs. Maybe Swiftly is thinking about this Count Raggies for the Vidi.
Yeah, I would consider it heavily. I think it's the question of, do you draw blind from the deck, or you just take the value and you basically know the value. I think it's hard to beat Count Raggy value right now for Swiftly. So, okay.
That's nice. That's another nice one.
Yeah, that's pretty much I think pretty much the only bird that it's not obvious, like the Bonelli tier, that works really, really well. And it's like one of 300 something in the deck, which was really insane. So top deck power. So for now, like I started flycatcher value is how many points? We played it's 3 plus 3 viticulturists plus at least 4x, so it's already looking at 10 points. And when they have 3 birds on the board. Amazing.
Yeah. It looks like Swiftly is not gonna have to go into the egg grasslands very much here.
True.
What
Okay,
would you
some
say?
drones.
Would you try to get the magpie down, or what would you do if Swiftly's cards?
Yeah, so for now we don't have food, so pick up food first. We can only take 2. And then that magpie is looking fine. Maybe draw something from the deck as well. Okay, miss on the Bardal, the Hawk. But yeah, so let's see. Warps kept fish from Heron activation, so it's enough to play Schemer right away. And with 2 hunters on the board, okay, we're taking food again. I think there is a discard in the Schemer, and that's fine. The plan here is to maybe go for Night Heron, because again, Night Heron with white rods, it's a lot of value. You join cards, you are getting extra food. You discard an egg, but then the eggs will be replaced by white rods. So I think it's what's the plan here for warps.
Oh, Swiftly is putting down the Morgancer. Okay, so wants to see some more cards.
Yeah, I think in that position I can understand. When they join, like we're looking at without Merganser, we're looking at 3 cards, only keeping 2, and now we're looking at 5 keeping 3.
Yes, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so looking at 5 compared to 3 is much more powerful, and I think that's fine. Good decision. It's not that late in the game, so it's early round 2. You want to find better birds. You have some good options already, but again, the more the better. Okay, Cardinal. Okay, we are maxing viticulture is done. Okay.
Red Star.
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
Now maybe I think there is a little regret. Yeah, you can cancel the trade drawing. So if you took a red start from the deck, yeah, I would go from the deck as well, not taking the Cardinal right away.
Me too.
Red start is a much better. Red start is a much better option compared to Cardinal. So we dig in and dig in.
Ooh, a bonus bird. I do love bonus card birds.
And Waxwing, okay. So no commentaries on Waxwing. Just a bird.
See. Yeah. The fairy wren. Does have 2 star nests already.
And I think he can make more, right? So we have this magpie. Okay, I'm just waiting for Waxwing discard. All of the birds are looking greater.
Yeah. He's been holding on to that one for a while.
Yeah, I wonder, like, why would you keep Stellar J for that long? Maybe it's, again, it was a safe choice if we wouldn't, like, if the digging doesn't give us any any other like forest birds. But now we have the viticulturalist bird, which is super value in the forest activation.
Swiftly said no to the magpie.
It's also right. It's the thing that when you're trying to evaluate the birds, magpie doesn't look all that great most of the times. I would still consider it. Oh, great point. I would still consider it because our opponent doesn't have great forest, so it's more likely that they want to go there more. But then after the Heron on the board, it's again like, okay, if the Heron is on the board, they're gonna activate wetlands and get extra food. But then if they activate in wetlands, they're also activating their Heron, which is basically like, okay, activator for a magpie. So
I think on Warb's move here, I probably wouldn't personally discard an egg because they could play the chipping sparrow, take food, and get a 4th slot down in the forest to lay 4 eggs with the white throat.
okay, yeah, that's an option. I was thinking maybe something related to the dove being played, the bonus one. So there we can decide what resource we lack to add it. So be it the egg or the food that we want to pick up to play the extra bird. Yeah, and right now it seems like Warps is building a great ethologist forest.
Oh, yes, very true.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
with that chipping sparrow, yeah, the Cacapulator, I assume, would be...
with no grasslands, could possibly build a behaviorist columns as well.
Oh yeah, true. So now we have the magpie to go in the first slot and dove to go in the second one. Yeah, so colorful board. Yeah, and if we play Kakapo, I think that's a good chance of Warps finding the cards that bring a lot of value.
I wonder if Swiftly's gonna get that Stellar Stay down.
I don't see that happening right now. I mean, we already have the red start in the forest, right? So we can already take 3 food from the forest, potentially 4 if we discard in a card. And we're gonna have plenty because of the Merganser turn combo. Yeah, it's hard for me to see it being played. But I wouldn't hate it because the bird is really, really beautiful, and I think a little bit undervalued.
Oh, wow. That was a difficult feeder for Swiftly. Only got 1 nectar there.
Yeah. Ooh, was it? That one also hurts, right? So the barred owl tried to hunt the bird of exactly 75 centimeters of wingspan, and it is not smaller than 75. It's exactly 75. Every time that gets me.
Oh,
Every time.
ethologist.
Let's
you
go.
Just manifested that. Very nice.
Yeah, very nice. So your plan was to tried to go for 4 birds in the forest, which was nice. I think Warps happily takes the good etologist finds from the dove, and missing one egg. It's still fine. We're still gonna lay 3. It's awesome. And we also gonna lay 3 eggs, and all of 3 eggs will be on the sticky nests, which helps for end of round.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, nicely played.
Oh, okay. Swiftly went ahead and got down the bubble link already. Okay. Nice little bonus card, just waiting to be scooped up there. Ryebill.
Some interesting find, yeah.
About this Ryebill lately.
Let's hope again. Players agreed on fair play things, so I don't think the bird reads look through discarded card pile, right? And there is some text after it. Yeah. So yeah, it's not only look through all the discarded cards pile. I don't think it's going to be played like that. We all know. We are looking so swiftly. No mean thoughts here. Yeah, but otherwise, I think that Ryebill pickup is really interesting because we already have the Warbler and the Prairie Chicken, I believe, was picked up.
Mm-hmm.
So if we somehow like drew 2 great bonus cards that work for us perfectly, then we can again say like, okay, Ryebill, do your job.
Yeah.
We discarded the bonus card, but then we pick it up again.
I think right here maybe discard the humming. Yeah. Swiftly's got good food access now, and Warbler doesn't have an extra food gainer, so you wouldn't want to give the Warbler more foods.
Yeah. Oh, Kia as well. Wow.
Oh, wow. Tray flip. Okay.
Going for petrol? For what exactly?
Maybe the mechanical engineer, the star nest would help.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that works. Yeah, I forgot to mention. Yeah, that the first 6 birds played by Warps didn't help her to qualify for mechanical engineer much. Only 2 types of nest right now on the board. Kakapo really helps with that. Kia as well, but then we have to find either cavity nests or playlet petrol. Yeah, why not? 6 points with mechanical, it's at least extra 3 if we play it. So yeah, why not?
Plus a brown power. Right now, Warbler is behind Swiftly by 1 brown power bird.
Yep. I don't think like there is a big competition here, though. Like considering the information that Warps has, right? So 6-7 cards in our opponent's hands. I think it's pretty safe to assume that they're gonna play some brown power birds. And I wonder, like again, you can fight for the end of round as much as you want, but then what are the chances that Warps is actually thinking about that and actually just making the same train of thought as I do, or maybe she's thinking otherwise? Let's see. Okay, Ryebill dance. Let's go. Okay, just looking at
Akia might actually help that Ryebill out too, depending on when Warbler plays it.
Yeah, but I imagine that we delay Kia as much as we could.
Wow, okay. Another
yeah.
tray flip.
good pickups as well. Yeah, I don't think it's a partridge game. Red start, white rot on the board. So yeah, we ignore partridge, we pick up bunting, which helps us for fishing for extra bonus cards for more points, but also
And
it
Heron
helps.
finally hit.
Yeah, so like she hit with Heron before, but she opted to go for keeping the fish and spend it to play birds. But now, like, Heron finally gets the cashed fish on the birds, which is fine. Heron, you did comparatively great. It's fine. Would be great.
Two great bonuses for Swiftly here. Now the Ryebill can pick up Enclosure Builder if Swiftly keeps the Ecologist.
I would think I'd maybe keep the Enclosure Builder, because we are going to play our we're going to play our Prairie Chicken then, and after that we're going to play a Ryebill and pick it back up if we so wish. It's like it's marginal. It's like, and we already have Ryebill in the hand, so there is like no shenanigans with Warps having the Ryebill and picking it up from the discards. So it's okay.
So Swiftly needs if they want to max Vidi, they need to scoop up one more cherry bird.
And I wonder what helps them a lot. I think again we can find red cockaded and it will be insane value here. Maybe the Baltimore Oriole, always a great option for VT bonus card. I think it's like we have 8 turns left. How many turns do we want to draw cards? I think it's at most 1. Are we good to go with 0? Maybe that's a stretch. So we're gonna play 5 birds and do something else. Maybe that's the plan here. Redbacked works fine if we want to play the ash throated as well. We play the nuthatch, so we Fairy Wren. Is it the time to shine in the finals? Redback Fairy Wren. That's I think the plan here. Either we don't draw cards, or at the very max we draw it once. For warps though, I think drawing cards is fine, but again, not gonna do that just yet. It's maybe pick up food, play bunting, or pick up food, play petrol. Okay,
yeah,
4 nectar.
Some things, yeah.
If 4 nectar, then I assume play petrol and draw cards. Maybe again a misclick, but I don't think it's hard to imagine. So it's like
You don't think Warbler would play that Kia already, do you?
I can consider that, but then why would you right now? If you can again delay that, you're still gonna activate your forest anyways. I think it's like petrol and draw cards. Okay, Bobolink value. I think the next bird is gonna be the Prairie Chicken for Swiftly.
Yes, I think so too. I think a prairie manager bonus would be quite nice for Swiftly.
Yeah. Okay, bunting. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a yikes.
I mean, one more bird though to get the minimum on bird feeder, but breeding managers are always usually just so tough.
They're basically saying, let's try to find the kiwi here.
Or booby.
Yeah, or booby, or that. Yeah. Yeah, bobolink into Greta Prairie Chicken, a really good place for Swiftly. I think that it helps immensely with nectar races, a lot of eggs value, and prairie manager.
Wow.
Ooh, fancy. Nice.
We manifested that too. Let's go. Nice bonus.
Yeah, great bonuses.
So Warbler's gonna need to if they want to max a mechanical engineer, they're gonna need another star nest or the cavity.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Yeah, that's
also,
why.
Enclosure. Well, no, they have Kia. Okay.
Yeah. We're discarding. Savannah Sparrow. That might help a little.
For the bird feeder, yeah.
Yeah, and swallow as well. Okay, acorn woodpecker. It's fine. We're still gonna draw a little bit more, right? No, it's a wrong board. Okay. Discard an egg for what type of foods? Yeah, mechanical for 0 still. If we're gonna see which type of food warps decide to keep, and depending on that's the plan most likely.
Yeah, this woodpecker isn't bad here. It will. Warps can actually max mechanical engineer in round 4 now, and hit the minimum on bird feeder. So, I mean, I might even keep a fish because you need to take foods twice and play 3 birds.
Yep. But interesting enough, she decided to opt out and just say 2 more points, 2 extra catches for Heron. But what can you do? What's done, it's done.
Okay.
Yeah, we're picking up food. Are we playing the woodpecker?
I think so.
What a final then. This is gonna be like acorn woodpecker versus fairy wren standoff. Yeah, we're gonna see pretty soon. So that woodpecker is like, let's try and fight for nectar. No, we're not fighting for nectar in the forest. Just gonna play it. And then what?
Woodpecker, take food, Ikea, and the Petrel, I think so.
Do we have enough food then? So we're gonna get extra 4, 5 with Resart. I think it's close, and depending on how much value we want to squeeze out of Kia, right? So any extra food is like an extra bonus card to draw. Okay, actually, who's going first in this round? So it's Warps. So very likely, if if Swiftly decides to delay Rybil as much as possible, we're gonna see a potential Rybil value from Kia discards,
Yeah,
which is gonna be interesting.
that would be nice.
Why with 2 Nectars? Yep, yeah, that's fine. I was just wondering. Yeah, we want to keep as much nectar as possible. I don't think it's up to chance for feeder rolls.
Yeah, I agree. I might have kept at least one of the fishes on the last white-faced heron activation that Swiftly did.
Yeah. But what can you do? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also couldn't imagine going into the finals that Acorn Woodpecker is gonna be the bird on the board in the finals. But here we are in 2025.
It's a big play. Yeah, it gets 3 points on the bird feeder,
yeah.
and then an extra 5 on mechanical engineer. Crazy.
Very true. And there's also a potential for a cash. Okay, let's see. So what's better if we have the seed on the reroll, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it gonna be cashed or kept? Woodpecker allows for keeping, I believe, for the discard for Kia. I think it's.
I'd keep it, but what would you do?
I think I would cash it.
Really?
Most likely. Yeah. So again, I have all the information right now about that game, but and I think I would be thinking that again, depending on the number of foods that I have playing Kia, if it's like 1 against 2, then I would be keeping that. If it's like 3 against 4, then I would be cashing it.
It looks like their scores are pretty neck and neck here.
Yeah, it's pretty close, right? Since the start of the game, we were saying like it's pretty balanced in terms of the birds, so like White Throat versus Red Start, and it was pretty balanced game. Good showcase, yeah. I think taking here is fine. So we have 7 foods. We're gonna spend 5 on birds. So extra discard for extra bonus card, I think is really helpful here.
Yeah, mostly because there's going to be quite a few slots open in the grasslands. And I agree, seeing an extra bonus card could be huge.
Yeah. Yeah, we also shouldn't forget that it's going to be an extra bonus card from Kiwi as well. So all the help is possible from bonus card scoring here. And yeah, again, 2025, I'm seeing the preparation of Heron on the board in the finals. What a game. What's the value here? So it's 1, 2... Yeah, 3 extra eggs.
3 extra eggs, and it'll get another egg too with this flycatcher play.
Yeah.
White dwarf.
Also, yeah. Ash-throated, and also Prairie Manager Max with Heron. Again, insane value bird in these conditions. Amazing. Right, and right now I think Swiftly is going to manage his nectar, trying to beat all the habitats. Is it enough? So it's 3 against 5. I think that might not be enough. Again, depending. So here is like a really tricky one, right? How do we spend the nectar? Oh, play Kia first. That's gonna be a great tell. then, because then Swiftly gonna know exactly how many nectar is there. It's gonna be spent in the habitats, I think. Or maybe it's like 50-50 for yeah, depending on where Warps is gonna play her last bird. Okay, single draw, bird bender, pretty nice,
Okay.
4 points. But we're still gonna discard how much? 2. Yep.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
Rodentologist.
Okay.
Yep, pretty good. And yeah, and the discards actually don't work for Rybil, right? So there are actually 0 birds that work for Bird Bender on Swiftly board, which is like also a really rare occasion.
Yeah.
All the birds are in single habitats. Pretty cool.
It looks like Swiftly's taking a peek at these nectars here.
Yep. Hard decisions in going into end game.
Yeah,
So
because Swiftly knows that Warbler's going to use those 3 nectars, but which habitat is what
yeah.
Swiftly doesn't know. Yeah.
Okay. It's actually a good chances or math riddle here, right? So what you're gonna assume is gonna be the good bird for your opponent to be played, and how do you manage your nectar going? Assuming that you're gonna also play the birds here, right? I actually think that it's really interesting to have such type of riddles, and since like we have the channel for starting hands, which is really cool, but I wonder like how easy it is to implement something like that. So like you have the situation in game, and people sometimes share those as well, like during the mid game. And this one is pretty interesting as well. I would consider it like as a chess riddle, sorta. What's gonna bring you more value?
Well, so
Yeah,
Swiftly's probably thinking if they put the 3 nectar, if it Swiftly puts the 3 nectar in grasslands, it's for sure securing that.
Yeah,
You know, so that makes sense.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's fine. And 6 extra X for Flycatcher, nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, and then right bill, take it from Foster's turn, and 3 extra X from Red Start, and then 3 from Fairy Wren. Yeah, such a nice game we saw. It's like really well played from both players.
Yeah, I think so too. Like you said, it was pretty balanced. We didn't see any super strong starting hands. Okay, and the rye bill. Okay, site selection is 6, or ecologist is 6.
Style points, you go for site selection. Wait. Don't take that. Yeah. You can go for ecologist. Yeah, I think site selection. It's an obvious one.
Yeah.
Compared to ecologist, if you win, you're gonna flex on your opponent as well, saying like, see that?
That's true. I didn't think about that.
Wait. Oh no! Don't do that! You already played the birds. Yeah, right, okay. Or maybe again, just messing with Monster Catch, saying like, see how it works? Shouldn't be like that. Yeah,
And we're going to
but
get to see another bonus card pull with the Kakapo. I'm looking forward to that.
yeah. Let's see. We saw a lot of these cards. What's the big value here for Kakapo? Can I have the glimpse of the board? Okay, not in time.
Oh,
That
Diet
specialist.
Yeah. Very nice.
That's fine. Yeah. Scores are gonna be pretty close for that final game.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm calling less than 5 points difference. Oh, what? Okay. Spoiler alert. Is it gonna be? No, please. Don't hurt me.
Oh.
Okay, pretty good on bonus scoring. Yeah. Eggs, swiftly. Back cards, nectar difference. Oh! Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Food tiebreaker.
Wow, food tiebreaker. Oh, insane. Oh. I was here. Yeah. It's always like exciting to see such results in the finals, but it's also, again, it's like, oh, so many emotions. I'm lost for words here.
Wow, what a game. That is a true balance right there.
Yep. Yeah, I'm still trying to keep my
process that. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, thoughts and words together. It's insane. It's insanity. I mean, what can you do? It's like it's the best and the worst at the same time, and yeah.
Do you think Swiftly and Warbler would like to say hey and talk about their idea on the game?
Yeah, we're gonna check with them.
Man, what a match. To play all the way to get to round 3 and then tie in the score.
Yeah. Okay, swiftly confirmed. Let's check with Warps as well. Okay, we're gonna do it like that. I think we're gonna go Warps first and then Swiftly. So I'm gonna unmute undeafen first. So undeafen the players. And then we're gonna hear some thoughts from WarblingWarbler first. Okay, so hello Warps, congratulations on making it to the final, and what a heartbreak.
No. Hi everybody. It's actually quite funny, isn't it? How much food did he have? Was it 1? I didn't look.
Yeah, we will have to check. So it's two on the stream right now. 2 versus 0.
You what? Sorry.
2 food was the tiebreak.
2 food. Okay. It's like that. Yeah. No, it is funny. I'm really thrilled for Swiftly. He's played an absolutely incredible tournament, and I'm just chuffed that I didn't I kept it close, and that we got 3 games, so that's fun as well. That was a really fun wetland dungeon to run. I'd totally forgotten you could skip playing the. I shouldn't have kept activating my diver. Because my hand was getting too full. But yeah, no, it was really good fun, and thanks everyone for watching. I feel really pumped actually. I'm not I am disappointed, but I think it was a fun game, and I've kept it as close. I'm chuffed with that. Can't get closer, hey? So yeah, chuffed with that.
Yeah, thank you for playing. Thank you for sharing the screens. Again, congratulations on making it. Congratulations for
it's
making it that far. Yeah, it's hard,
yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm really chuffed. It's been a really fun tournament, so thanks for people organising it. For G, it's yeah, the first I think the first round I only squeaked through because I lost 3 games. I think it was in a row by 1 point. So it's quite fitting, really, to have lost the final by a food. I've kept that's been a bit of a theme of this tournament for me, having close margins. But no, it's been really fun, and it's my first final, so I'm chuffed with getting this far and overcoming my fear of streaming. So thanks everybody, it's been good.
Yeah, thank you again, and I'm sure we're gonna see you come back stronger sometime soon. That's no doubt about that. Your games were really, really great. Yeah, but
Yeah,
thank you
they were
again.
good. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, and now some final words from the tournament winner, Swiftly. So, are you with us? Are you able to hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Nice. Congratulations on the win.
Congrats. Yeah. Good games for
Thank
both
you. That
of
was
you.
super exciting and just an unbelievable end to this tournament. I'm very excited and just very happy for that I would be facing such an awesome opponent. I mean, Warbs is we played in the server many times, and it's always just an insane game. And what a fitting end, really, to end it on a tiebreaker, on a food tiebreaker. So it was fun. I was excited to see the rye bill as well. Just a little bit of troll in there at the end.
Yeah,
Actually, just looked through the
everybody saw
discarded
that.
cards. I was going to play it regardless of obviously I had already seen some of my own cards and it would be a decent play. But yeah, this was a brutal tournament. Super pumped that the way it ended.
Yeah, can you share like this your impressions about the game that people weren't able to see the first one? What was happening there?
Oh, okay. So the first game, also just an unbelievable. It was Warb's first, and in the this was pretty much the whole tournament theme. There was something pretty nice in the tray, and it was a chipping sparrow tray, and so I was like, okay, well here we go, uphill battle, game one. And then my starting hand popped up, and it was a pileated woodpecker, along with a nuthatch and a barred owl. So it was just it was a great start with that, and that was also just a really fun game to play. That second one was a real spanking, but yeah, overall really good games played.
Nice. So thanks for sharing your thoughts. Congratulations on being the champion of Zigzag Heron Dash. So thanks again, and thanks everyone for joining us. Thanks to my co-host Kitty for Game 3. Thanks to motherlove and to the Terminator for hosting the Game 2. And we hope to see you again soon. So stay tuned for more streams.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Just again, big congratulations to Warbs, and thanks again to everyone.
Congrats, Swiftly. You guys played great. It was fun watching your guys' matches for sure.
Yeah, thank you. It was super exciting and as well as nerve-wracking, but super excited. So thanks again, everyone. Thanks again for commentating and yeah, hosting this. So it was a lot of fun.
Yep. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.